So a cash conversion cycle really is when we're buying, if we take it back to a sort of textbook level, is when we're buying raw material and how long it takes to be able to release the funds again from that raw material. So if we use, for example, something like being a Grimsby based company, I will use fish for an example, very good example. And I've worked with some of the fish suppliers over the years here, is that they will go every morning and they will buy fish from an auction. By 9:30 in the morning, it is filleted, it is on their counter, and they've got 48 hours to sell it. Your cash isn't tied up for very long. You are probably seeing your profit by that evening. And in actual fact, traditionally, that industry still uses cash. So the chap from the boat, he's being paid, the filleter's being paid, and the guy with the fish shop's being paid. So you've got a very short cycle there. But if we take, for example, something like a farmer, so you're buying seed at huge cost, fertilizer at huge cost, you only see your money, probably that cycle starts back in January, or maybe the previous year when you're preparing soil and paying for your tractors and your staff to prepare the soil to put the seed in. You've got to wait 8 months before, if you're lucky, you're going to get your money back out. So those types of businesses really have much more of a challenge. And that's why we're seeing now, thankfully, the light is being shone on industries like that, because how important they are. They feed us, that they get one shot at getting their money in and all of the risks that add up within that. So there's two good examples there of somebody that probably sees their cash back that day to somebody who has got a much more protracted, riskier cash conversion cycle. And that's the important word here, is the longer that cycle is, the more risk that we put in place. If we take, for example, somebody that manufactures, say, clothing or something like that, the risk is that by the time you've got your collection to market, it's gone out of date. And that often happens in the very high fashion world. If something is 6 months old, it's finished. So quick cycle, less risk, longer cycle, more risk, arguably more reward, because you're working your raw material more.